My number 9, I'm really not looking forward to because this is going to be the one that gets us killed.
And if we get killed, it's...
One of the 2 towers of Jimi Hendrix. Notice I put him at number 9 because he does really hold a really important place in musical history. But the ability to influence somebody does not make your abilities great. His innovations. He was so innovative by sticking his guitar right next to the amplifier and making crazy ass sounds. That doesn't cut it. Now, if you want to talk about, once again, his ability to write a song, this is where he might be the most underrated guitarist of all time.
Yeah.
Is his songwriting ability. He had a lot of good songs.
Yeah, I mean, Angel is one of his songs that he does, and it's just an amazing song. It's a great song.
But everybody's like, oh, his guitar playing.
Yeah.
Fuck his guitar playing.
Yeah. It's kind of like, he writes this great, it's like people that would like Slayer, and I like Slayer too, some of it, but it's, a lot of times, I used to joke about in high school with my friends and stuff would be the Slayer solos, where they would basically, you'd hear Slayer play a solo, but it sounded like all they were doing was just hitting whatever note
They
was closest, randomly hitting notes on their fretboard, but, it worked for them. But the thing is, just because Jimmy is, and he's on my list too, so
we'll get it all out now.
We'll get it out now, is that, he is a great songwriter, but when it comes to his technique and soloing stuff, and especially soloing, it is a bit sloppy.
It's
very sloppy.
Okay,
it's just noise a lot of time, and I mean, he can play beautifully, but it's a lot of it's just.
That was
tricks.
mostly concert stuff that was noise and tricks.
Yeah.
Because when he recorded, he was more proficient.
Yeah.
Is the word I'm looking for, because it is really night and day. I remember watching a YouTube video where it was one of those one guitar player versus the other, and I think this person really liked Jimi Hendrix, but they played one of his concert things, and I was like, that was a bad note, that was a bad note, that was out of time. Why did you put that one down? Why didn't you take something from the studio that was spot on? He was spot on in the studio. And
but yeah, I mean, I was just going to say
going.
really quickly, a lot of times we hear about, you hear about at Woodstock when he played
the national anthem, which that was a lot of tricks, because if you go back and listen to it, it was to replicate the sounds of the Vietnam War, so you'd hear Diener,
yeah.
He was like the first Tom Morello.
Exactly, yeah.
Which, if I had a list of shitty guitarists, he'd be number 1.
Yeah. And
Rage Against Herpes.
Yeah.
So
hey, I like Rage Against the Machine, man. I can't believe it.
That one I'm not apologizing for.
No,
I'm
not a Rage fan that much either.
I will apologize for the fact that I'm dissing on Hendrix to the small extent. We didn't really kick him that hard. It's just he's given merits that he's not deserving.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. It's my turn, I think. Okay, Kirk Hammett. Okay, Kirk.
Let's get this all out because he's on my list too. Where's the wah-wah pedal? Yeah, I gotta hide my shitty plane.
Yeah. Well, this is a thing we'll get to in another video about Joe Satriani a little bit. Joe Satriani was a teacher to Kirk
and Steve Vai.
Steve Vai. Well, the thing is with Kirk. Yeah,
Steve Vai,
Kirk Hammett, and I know that people really love Kirk Hammett. Kirk, when he did Kill 'Em All, he did something which I really wish that they would have done. He played Dave Mustaine's solos on the album. That was one thing that I didn't really.
You didn't like that?
Well, I liked the fact that it was. I guess that Dave was kind of in a way in spirit there, but. at the same time, I was thinking, well, if this guy is your choice to replace Dave Mustaine, shouldn't he be coming up with his own stuff? But the thing is, really, his solos, I never really listened to a Metallica album and just say, "Whoa, that was just a great solo," you know. And then the thing was, after And Justice for All, when the Black Album came out, he discovered the wah pedal, and ever since he discovered the wah pedal,
That is his voice.
That is his voice. I mean, he's so attached to the wah pedal. It seems like
they grow off of his feet.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I imagine if you look down at his set, you know, where if he's actually
no distortion pedals, just
no
20
distortion,
wah pedals.
just 20 wah pedals and stuff. Which is I don't mind a few wah solos here and there, but almost every song.
Yeah.
After a while, you're just like.
Slash almost fell into that snake pit.
He
Nice
did too.
pawn! Did you hear that, bitches?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Slash almost fell into that, but he's pulled away. I think Slash and like Malmsteen, once again, my favorite. I don't think he's got the ability of Chris Broderick, but because Broderick's an alien even worse than frickin'
Well, yeah. Well,
worse than Vi.
Well, the story about Chris Broderick that Dave Mustaine would say was every time he'd be looking for Chris Broderick, he'd look over the corner and Chris was practicing. So, I mean, this guy lives for guitar. So, and that just shows you what you can accomplish if you do actually.
Well, he actually went to 4 years of school.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too.
So we're still on Kirk Hammett because I'm not letting this.
Okay, we won't let
go.
Kirk go.
Actually, to go slightly against what you said, Master of Puppets solo, the beginning of it was actually interesting.
That's
and then the rest is bullshit.
Yeah. So Kirk does have his moments,
and
just like every guitar player, I think, has their
and
moments.
Hero of the Day, and that's actually one of his favorites too. He said it was probably his most melodic, but damn you for what I don't know if it was you or James, but damn you for what you've done to Sheer Heart Attack.
Oh.
Was it Sheer Heart Attack or
No,
was it
it
Stone
was
Cold Crazy?
Stone Cold Crazy.
Stone Cold Crazy, damn you. Yeah. There's no excuse for that.
It's
I don't care how drunk you were or how high you were. There is no excuse for that.
No. Especially if you're playing a Queen song. I mean, come on, dude. You're playing a Queen song. We'll just leave it at that.
God, bastard. You silly little man. How could you be taught by Joe Satriani and not be...
not... You know, I mean, it's like...
I mean, I'm not tooting on frickin' Satriani's horn, but he's a great teacher and great people have come from him. There's others, I just can't think of them right now. I'd have to YouTube.
I mean, in fact, if you sent us money, we'd take from Joe Satriani. You know, we'd take some lessons.
Yeah.
So...
Plug in his new album.
Yeah.
Buy it.
Hey, buy his new album, man.
Are we on my 8 or your 8?
Let's see. We just did Kirk Hammett, so
that's
it's
8.
your
Okay.